Many people have said President Zuma is the enemy of white capital, or President Zuma is the enemy of foreign leaders. Can you explain, Mr. President, to say, in your view, the people who wanted to take your life, are they foreign? Is it foreign politics, or is it just geo-national politics that tried to harm you?
Well, I joined the struggle when I was very young. And when I joined the struggle, and particularly when the struggle took another level of the armed struggle, the apartheid regime declared me and many others as the enemy of the state. So that is not a new thing. Not just that they did so, they actually arrested me, convicted me to prison, and I served a long term in prison. South Africa, of course, has its friends globally. I was explaining this to the ANC members so that they should understand, because if you fight for freedom, many people sacrificed their lives, and you are free now, you are around. You have to understand that this freedom must be defended. You can't just allow it to disappear. And if you are not clear about who's who and what's the balance of forces, we are not going to be able to defend it. I think it is the duty of all of us who know to explain to our colleagues what is it that we need to do. So people who said Zuma is an enemy is an old matter, and I think I know exactly who are the people who say so, and perhaps people who could do the kind of thing that was done to me. But that's part of what the struggle is. That's why you don't just end up with freedom when you have the vote, political, what you call freedom, etc. And that's why you say the struggle continues, because there are many things that we need to deal with, as well as how to defend your country and therefore your freedom, how to change the quality of lives of your people. Other people might not want you to do so, because if you do so, if you grow your economy, then you become stronger. You can resist many other things, so they would want you to be weaker all the time. I would imagine, as the ANC, I share the ANC views that I've been with all the time, and I'll defend those. And then I will never give in, because the ANC has very clear policies that we have got to implement in order to change the situation for the better, particularly for the majority who happen to be black. And therefore, those who call me their enemies, it's their choice, as it was with apartheid. Insofar as the white monopoly capital, I think the issue to me is very simple. If you have a history of South Africa where the majority was deprived of everything, and this is what people don't like us to say, but it's a fact. It's not a manufactured story. We are not mad. We are telling the truth. And this is what, as a freedom fighter, we fought for. And we are not saying something we don't know. They took everything, the power, political power, which we now have, but economic power, the land, everything. When we say there is a monopoly, if you take, let us take the mines. People who dominate, companies who dominate in the mines, there are not many who really are benefiting. There are very few. Whether you go to gold or diamond or platinum or whatever, manganese or whatever, you will find the same companies in charge. Now, that means they are dominating. That means they are monopolizing economy. They are therefore the monopolies. And they are not black. The companies are not black. You have got companies today that are basically white. They start from the biggest commodities to the broom. Their names are written there. They are monopolizing every space of the economy is a fact. They are monopolies. I don't know why shouldn't they be called by what they practice. And I don't know why there's a debate, in fact. Because there is a monopoly capital, and in South Africa it is white. In all other countries they've got monopoly, it doesn't have color as such. But here, because of our history, it does have a color. It is white. If you look at the land, stretches of land, which was land that belonged to the majority, that was changed. It is minority that dominates. And that's why we are saying these are monopolies. And it's not an insult. It's just explaining the position of the economy. Who is owning bigger, who is poor. That's what it talks about.